11 at 5.
After pounding the Texas coast right now, Tropical Storm Bill is hammering central Texas with winds reaching up to 60 miles an hour and heavy rain. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today at 5. I'm Christy Harton. We'll have more on Tropical Storm Bill in just a moment, but first, flash flooding is causing problems for some people in the Wolfforth area today. At one point, the water there was knee deep. KCBD News Channel 11's Patricia Villacine is live in Wolfforth and joins us with the very latest. Patricia, what do you see out there now?
Well, Christy, we're now along Highway 179 and 15th Street. And as you can see, this neighborhood is still pretty badly flooded. In fact, the water is all the way up to my ankles right now. But if I go further down, it goes about calf level. But another issue that we've been seeing out here is the mud. The crews have been out along this road plowing the mud this whole time that we've been out here. In fact, you might be able to see clumps of it peeking out right now. And so the cars behind that you see over my shoulder, traffic is kind of going a bit slow right now as cars are having to travel at a much slower pace through this submerged muddy road. And so we've been monitoring the conditions out here in Wolfforth, surveying the area. Residents tell us that they haven't seen flooding this bad out here in a long time. But we'll remain out here and keep monitoring the area and be sure to bring you the very latest coming up later at 6. Christy, back to you.
Okay, thanks so much, Patricia. Flooding is also a major concern with Tropical Storm Bill. Take a look right here. Flash floods, watches and warnings are in effect from Corpus Christi all the way up to St. Louis, Missouri. In Austin and Houston, thousands are still cleaning up after historic flooding there just 3 weeks ago. 6 to 8 inches of rain is expected across that area this week, and some areas could see a foot or more across Houston. The ground is still soaked, and creeks, ponds, and bayous are still full.
Everything flooded because I live in this area, so I'm just not ready for it, but I want to be more prepared for it this time.
Emergency managers warn that Tropical Storm Bill could mean another rough week for people in central Texas. And today we're getting a different look at Tropical Storm Bill. Look at this. This is from the International Space Station. Astronaut Scott Kelly posted this picture on Twitter saying, Tropical Storm Bill from at Space Station, concerned for all in its path, including family, friends, and colleagues. Wow. Of course, the First Alert Forecast team is tracking every move Tropical Storm Bill makes as well. Kerry joins us now. He's in today for John with more on the storm's path. Hey there, Kerry.
Well, Christy, right now.
Okay, thanks so much, Kerry. Tropical Storm Bill comes after Texas's wettest month on record. Texas picked up a statewide average of 8.8 inches of rain in May, crushing the previous record set back in June of 2004. That's when an average of 6.6 inches of rain fell. Many cities set a record for wettest May or month, including Dallas, Wichita Falls, and Corpus Christi. Here in Lubbock, it was our second wettest May on record. The central Texas town of Wimberley is still recovering after devastating floods caused by last month's rainfall, but now residents there are preparing for whatever Tropical Storm Bill brings. As Lisa Kiefer braces herself for more severe weather, she thinks of her antique shop.
3 weeks ago, after the flood, helicopters were in town for days, and Red Cross trucks and Team Rubicon, and you just couldn't get away from the fact that your community was so damaged.
Luckily, her shop was not damaged during last month's floods, but more rain certainly scares her as she prepares. And she's not the only one. Dozens of people are flocking to hardware stores. Many are still trying to repair their homes that have flood damage.
A flood like this is something that lasts you for years as far as the amount of work that's necessary to rebuild.
But Alan Marburger, one of the store's employees, says the tragedy, as devastating as it has been, has brought people together. And as Tropical Storm Bill continues to barrel up central Texas, you can track the storm on your own with our KCBD weather app. To download, search KCBD in your app store. And you can always get the forecast on Twitter. To see weather tweets, follow at KCBD First Alert. Plus, the entire First Alert Forecast team posts weather updates on the KCBD News Channel 11 Facebook as well, and they all have individual Facebook pages. Just be sure to like them all.